Energized show, up the Irish.
Okay, what's going on, guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of Energized. Ross, introduce the guests, man.
Today we have two of Ireland's finest amateur mixed martial artists who will represent Team Ireland in Dubai. We have Nadine Abbott from Team Rhino and Sarah Carney from Houlihan Martial Arts. Ladies, how we doing?
All good. Feel fresh.
Let's go, Team Ireland. Thanks, man, for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. It's a pleasure.
Guys, I'm going to dress you by name because that way you won't go to answer the question at the same time. Nadine, we'll start off with yourself. What did it mean to yourself to be selected for Team Ireland?
I was delighted I was represent. I haven't fought now in 2 years, so I can't wait to get back in there. And
what about yourself, Sarah? What did it mean to be selected to represent your country?
Oh, it's an honour. There's no better feeling. Like growing up as a kid, that's what you want to do. Do you know what I mean? You want to like represent Ireland, make Ireland proud. Obviously, like I got to do it back in September, came second, so I'm looking to go back over again and just put my skills on show.
And obviously, Sarah, this is quite a unique thing in this sport, because in our sport, most of the time you go out and you represent yourself, and it's an individual sport. But does it make it different that you're actually representing Ireland and you're traveling over as a team?
I think like in terms of it, like I'm representing Ireland, but like we're going over as a team, but it's still very much so an individual sport. Do you know what I mean? Like I am going to be supporting the lads and stuff, but in terms of my fighting, it's like laser focus.
And Nadine, how do you feel about that? Obviously you're going over and your brother's going over as well, so it's a family affair as well for yourself. Does that make any difference, or does that give you any extra motivation to make sure you at least do better than he does?
Yeah, that's the thing. Anytime we go anywhere, it's all I just want to do is do better than Jamie. It doesn't matter what. Once I get one up on Jamie, then yeah, I'm happy.
So if he wins gold by decision, you have to win gold by finish. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, we have to bring up the Abbotts on Ireland's Fittest Family as well. We made sure to check out the show before this show, and Nadine, you absolutely kicked ass. So I'm sure there's extra pressure on you to beat your brother again this time around.
I know, yeah, I done it on telly, so now I have to do it over here now. Let them all know. Who's the number one in the family?
And Nadine, actually, a question on that. How much training do you have to dedicate to doing Ireland's Fittest Family? And did that take away from your martial arts training, or did it add anything to your martial arts training?
No, it kind of added more to it. We would have still trained up in Team Rhino. We would have been flat out training there, but we just would have done a lot more strength and conditioning as well. Yeah, I think it added to us and definitely made us better now. A better engine now for the Worlds.
Yeah, and definitely represented the MMA scene very well on the show as well. So shout out to the Abbotts.
Definitely. Shout out to the Abbotts indeed.
Some waltzy that was. I was watching it with my mum. I was saying, she does the MMA, does she? I was like, yeah, she does. Look at her girl, too right. She does MMA.
The MMA, my favourite.
The MMA.
The UFC.
That's me, mafia. Yeah, you do the cage fighting there. Oh yeah, that stuff.
Sarah,
we have one of those.
So obviously up in Houlihan Martial Arts, you're training with one and only Sean O'Bannon, who's going pro now, one of the most known amateurs turning pro. What's it like for yourself there, training with Sean and being so close with Sean?
Oh, just like it's great. Like I remember, like we've sort of developed together. Do you know what I mean? I remember Sean his first day coming in, like just laughing at jiu-jitsu, being like, "What is this stuff?" And now, like just going on global stages, like she's about to go pro. Just great. Like it's amazing.
Yeah. And ladies, I'll start with yourself, Sarah. Obviously, you picked up silver last time out. How much does that drive you to make sure you come home with gold this time?
Oh, like it's like you get so far and then you get pipped at the post. But come here, like what can you do? It's given me like a little bit of extra like oomph. Do you know what I mean? Like see, like just in terms of like even like on the rower or something, you're getting tired. You're like, no. It's not me. I'm still going.
Yeah, there's another girl somewhere else could do an extra 2 minutes on that rower, so you have to do it here now.
I'm like, no way, she's not beating me.
And
I just want to add in, Ross, for the people listening, Sarah and Nadine are representing Team Ireland at the IMMAF World Championships this January the 24th all the way through to the 29th. So it's going to be abroad, and for people to sponsor the girls or even like just give donations, because like in MMA in Ireland it's self-funded. So you have to make sure to either check out Nadine's Instagram or Sarah's Instagram. We will have them tagged all across all platforms, so make sure to check them out and support Team Ireland. Let's go Team Ireland. Roscoe,
you better believe it. And Nadine, what about yourself? Do you feel like a bit of redemption here to come claim the gold?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's obviously horrible losing, especially losing. Now the girl who beat me is in my division this year, so yeah, I'm ready. I can't wait.
Come on.
And is that
Give me
where
out
you
the
see?
fourth round.
Is that where you see it in as a, like, almost like a bar that, like, you have to improve to be better than she was last time, and if you can beat her, well, then you can beat anyone.
Yeah, I don't think she was that much better than me anyway. Like, it was just a few little mistakes that I made. But yeah, I'm ready to go now and can't wait.
And then, how much better would you say you are this time from last time? How badly would this Nadine beat the last Nadine?
Oh, she'd boot her around. The last Nadine wasn't on Ireland's Fit Family, was she?
No, she got extra clout now coming over to do
I
boy.
know, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Not that anyone outside of Ireland would have watched it, but that doesn't matter.
They will now. They will now. What are you expecting from, like, the Team Ireland itself going over to? It's in Abu Dhabi, isn't it?
Abu Dhabi, yeah.
Like, what's the atmosphere are you expecting going over as part of the team? Obviously, you two are going to be besties now, but I mean, like, what are you expecting the overall Team Ireland atmosphere to be like? Sarah, I'll ask yourself first.
I don't know. Like, I'm excited, to be honest, because I have, like, Max coming up from the juniors, like Gary Rooney, Nadine and Jamie. Do you know what I mean? I'm just excited to see how the team does overall. Like, look at the skills in general of all those people, like, individually and then together. Like, last time, I think we took a good haul from Prague, so it's going to be good this time. I'm looking forward to seeing the result.
Nadine, what about yourself? What are you expecting from Team Ireland?
Yeah, I can't wait. I think everyone's going to do really well. It's a really strong team that we have. And yeah, I can't wait for it. And can't wait to get the rounds in with everyone over there as well.
Baz, I feel like in Egypt, I keep on saying Dubai because I thought Dubai and Abu Dhabi
I know,
were
I
the same place. They're not.
I keep saying Dubai, but it's Wexford.
Yeah.
Like, it's up the road.
Everyone watching this already knows it's in the description where it's at, everything. So, like, if we say Dubai, Abu Dhabi,
it's
haven't
written in
been.
front of me and I still get it wrong.
Man, like, you know what I mean? We didn't go to school. Schools wasn't
Abu Dhabi, just as sexy, no?
Exactly. Ross, for the people that are just tuning in for the first time to our show, what do you like should people know about, like, Team Ireland and the IMMAFs? Like, how important is it for the growth of Irish MMA?
Well, I think it's the most elite amateur competition available to martial artists. Like, the greatest thing about it is you're going over there and you're fighting, representing your country, and 9 times out of 10 you're fighting other countries, but we've all seen it where twice we've seen 2 Irish competitors meet in the final.
Just too good. We're just too good.
It does happen. So I think, Sarah, there's a few other Irish competitors in your weight class. I don't think there's any others in yours, Nadine, is there?
There's Northern Ireland.
Yeah, Caitlin's in yours, and then I have Megan Hamill's in mine.
Yeah, so, like, who knows? We could have all our Irish finals, but that just goes to show the caliber of talent that Ireland is sending over these competitions, and they really, really are some of the best and hottest talent to watch. I think it's also very easy to watch. You can just watch it on IMMAF TV, so it's the same way as you watch, I don't know, Brave or any of those. So it really is, you have to watch it. You know what I mean? Irish support their own very, very well. Like, you see it at your Cage Legacies, Clan Wars, etc. That, like, we really do support our own, and I think it's very important to support these guys because, like I always say, you see your Paddy Houlihan's, your Conor McGregor's, your Ian Gary's, Paul Hughes, Paul Redmond. All these guys, like, aren't possible without supporting the grassroots and helping them build up, and that's why you have to support these girls in front of us here, because they could be Ireland's next superstar. And they've already gone to the IMMAF for 1 silver, and now they have their own little redemption to go get that gold, and we're backing them all the way.
That was brilliant, man. Say that again, will
like tearing
well, look. At the end of the day, I just say it as it is. I try and say it how I see it. And look, I fully believe in Team Ireland, and I fully believe that we are sending some of the best martial artists across Europe, across the world. And, like, why can't you get gold? That's the way I look at it. Like, you are the ones who are putting in the hard graft in the gym. You're the one who are putting in all the effort. So now it's time to go under the bright lights and shine.
That's it. Someone has to get gold. Why not us?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
and I think last time, if you actually look at, I know Ukraine, like, scored a lot in the last medals, but they also send over a ridiculous amount of people. I think, like, body for body, I think Ireland probably came home with the most amount of medals in terms of the amount of people we sent and the amount of medals we came home with. So we're definitely now becoming a team to look at in the IMMAFs and being like, geez, if you're up against someone from Team Ireland, you're not going to have an easy ride. And they're not. And no better two Colleens than the two in front of us to make sure no one gets an easy ride.
Mohambukel, go on. But another thing is, like, look at the countries that's funded as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, some of them countries have, like, fully funded teams, like, getting paid to train and then going to the IMMAF. Do you know what I mean? Ireland, we're just here for the elbow grease. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, like,
exactly.
That's what, like, I feel like this is people. It's weird the way the MMA is perceived in Ireland, because like we have so many people doing so well in it, and it's shunned by the government. But like, I mean, myself and Ross are putting as much effort as into the Irish grassroots for people to see. Therefore, you have to take notice. And when people come on with golds from IMMAFs, I mean, like, that's the most noticeable thing in the world.
Yeah, it is. It's like the MMA equivalent to the Olympics. It's like the highest amateur level you can get. Do you know what I mean?
What do you think we're dressed up with the green and all and everything? People can't see Ross dyed his hair and everything.
Obviously, beautiful. Oh, thanks very much, Nadine. I'll start with yourself. Obviously, you know, women in sport in Ireland at the moment is absolutely booming. Is there any woman in sport in Ireland that you really look up to?
Oh, well, I think Katie is the one everyone looks up to. Anyway, she's bossing out there doing it for all the women in Ireland.
Yeah, well, she's one of the best to ever do it, regardless of gender.
We love Katie.
Yeah.
And what about yourself, Sarah? Who do you look up to?
Like, obviously, I think Katie's just there. Like, do you know what I mean? She's there. But I think, as well as Katie, Ash Daly. Like, shout out to Ash, what a legend. Do you know what I mean? The first Irish MMA champion there was. Do you know what I mean? And she's a woman and, like, absolute legend.
Yeah, it is something that me and Barry are very cognizant of as well, that, like, when we were doing the show, we were like, we have to try and give, you know, fair coverage to women and to men, and it's very important to us. And when the IMMAF rolled out, I was like, right, we need a show with two of the girls on, we need a show with two of the lads on, and I was like, maybe we'll get a show with the coaches on or something as well. But, like, that has to be, like, the minimum. Like, who knows? Like, we could do another show with another two girls and another two lads. Who knows? It depends on what way schedules and all line up. But I think it is very, very important. At the end of the day, I love the way that, you know, things are becoming a lot more fair. And that's my favorite thing about MMA. It's probably the closest 50-50 sport for coverage for men and women.
That's it. And, like, the work you put in, like, you see the results. Do you know what I mean? There's no fooling anyone in MMA, because if you're not working, you see it in there. You see it in the cage. You know what I mean?
100%.
And Sarah, if you were to describe your fighting style or compare it to someone else, who would you compare it to?
Oh, that's a good question. I'd say kind of similar to Ash, to be honest. Like, I like working the clinch. I like me grappling and me striking as well, but I feel like the clinch is me bread and butter. Do you know what I mean? I love that.
And what about yourself, Nadine?
I don't know, just myself, really. Can't really describe myself as someone else now. Yeah, kind of like Sarah. I like getting the clinch, getting it to the ground, and jiu-jitsu then.
Yeah, you actually fight a bit like you're one off Ireland's family. I can't remember her name. It's the one who did the waltzer.
That girl who did that waltzer.
Yeah, I think she's still there.
Yeah, probably.
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest.
The invisible bench. Just before we wrap things up, guys, as well, I just want to know, like, what you have planned for 2022. Like when you, like, at the end of the year, there, we're just coming into a brand new year. Shout out to everyone, happy 2022. But, like, when you sat down at the end of the year and beginning of this year, what do you really envision? What do you really want to achieve in 2022? Nadine, we'll go with yourself first.
I just want to get as many fights as possible this year. Compete as much as possible. I want to get back competing in jiu-jitsu. Try to do the Europeans in jiu-jitsu. Yeah, and then as many MMA fights. I've never fought in Ireland in MMA, so I want to try to get on a show over here. Any athletes want it in Ireland, get at me.
We'll find it if you. We'll find it if you.
Sarah's looking for it from you.
Oh, I'm on the ball all the time.
Apparently, apparently, the Hula martial arts way is you text every girl under the sun in your weight class.
You telling you can see right through them as well. Then
last week, I said, Nadine, your weight. I was like, oh, lovely.
Of course, be on the ball.
Sarah, what about yourself? What are you looking to achieve in 2022?
Oh, 2022. I know when we come on from the IMMAFs, I think there's a few shows on in March. So I'm planning to stay as active as I can until August, and then take maybe a week or two off, and then flat out again for the end of the year. I'd like to. I only got one grappling competition in last year. I'd like to do a lot more grappling and work on my grappling a bit more, but just as much as I can and put in as much work as I can, so I see the results at the end of next year.
You know what I'd love to see, Baz? And this is strictly from a fan perspective. I would love to see an Irish domestic show, and the main card is all female fights. I think it'd be perfect to do for
doable.
Yeah, and like if you actually look at the IMMAF competitors, I mean, there's a few in each weight class. You could actually, put them up against each other, and you could do an all female main card, and that could be something historic for Irish female martial arts.
100%, and there's loads as well. Like you have. I don't know if they're going to the IMMAFs or not, but like Sarah Sheridan fought a few weeks ago with Sinead Nolan. Like there's loads that's like just getting ready to make their debuts as well. Have them all on my list. Loads, like.
Apparently I'm really good at ideas, Baz. I don't know.
No, definitely not, man. I'm mess. But like that's why for everyone tuning in now, thanks a million for tuning into the show. You have to make sure to check out Nadine on Instagram at Nadine Abbott 123 and Sarah Carney at Carn Dog, one of the best nicknames
the Carn Dog
in Irish MMA, to help donate and get these girls and Team Ireland over to Abu Dhabi to compete on January 24th to the 29th at the IMMAF World Championships. Ross, anything else to say before we wrap things up?
Yeah, just want to say best luck to both ladies heading over to Abu Dhabi, not to Dubai. Who knows? Might go there afterwards for an old holly bops. But like you said, Basmo, if you want to help them get there, there is GoFundMe's on both their Instagram pages. Sure, look, if you don't know either of them, maybe split your donation in half and send them both a few bob. It would really, really help them. It will go a long way. Like they say in Tesco, every little helps. So I just want to say Happy New Year to everyone from the Energized show.
And I'm wearing a little uniform.
I'm running as well.
Oh, live a little. Go on.
It's grand. I shop in Aldi anyway. So if you are watching this
you look
podcast,
like someone who shops in Aldi.
Sure. Look, no free shout outs here. If you have been watching this show, make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any Energized content. It is the best content in the country. You know it. Let's go, Team Ireland. And as always, stay energized.
Stay energized.
Energized show, up the Irish. Been sussing you guys a couple of times. I've seen a couple of clips. I think you've done some interviews with Dylan Moran and that. I saw. So keep going. Keep up the good work, guys.